November 17th, 2017.
This is Nerd Bourbon, episode 24, This Garbage Truck on Fire. I'm the co-pilot of This Garbage Truck on Fire, Seth Sturgill.
Fuck. And I am Todd Sturgill.
You're not Hot Toddy today?
I'm not Hot Toddy today. Hot Toddy's dead. No, I'm just...
All right, well, fuck it.
No, Hot Toddy will live on.
You guys, this is a fucking... This shit show. Episode 24 is the worst episode of Nerd Bourbon. Let's just accept that already. Episode 24 is going to go down in history as Nerd Bourbon's worst episode, and I'll tell you why, Todd. We came into this woefully unprepared. We have no idea what the fuck we're doing. We normally have show notes and scheduled times to record, and everything's all hunky-dory, but this is some last-minute ass shit this week. So you guys, it's either going to be the worst episode of Nerd Bourbon or the best episode. So I hope you guys enjoy it for that reason. We have no show notes. Hashtag no show notes. So hopefully this all works out for the best. We have a single topic planned for you guys today. We're still going to go into what we've been doing and shit like that. But we have from then a single topic. And I think we're just going to kind of wing it, Todd. I think we're just going to see... We're going to throw ourselves into the deep end and see how well our fat asses float.
I'll be fine. I float pretty well. So...
Before we get into this whole thing properly, though, I do have a little bit of housekeeping. I was prepared in that way, at least. Todd and I sat down recently and sort of planned out the way we are going to be delivering content to you guys for the remainder of the year. And I just sort of want to walk you guys through this. I'll probably say this again as it happens, but I sort of want to walk you guys through kind of the rest of the year's worth of content and what they're going to be about and how we're going to be handling it. Because, you know, we have things coming up in our personal lives that we want to bookend and stuff like that. We want to make sure you guys never miss a week of Nerd Bourbon. We want to make sure we always have content for you guys. So we're just going to kind of lay out the sort of game plan for the rest of the year. Episode 24 you're listening to right now. That's, you know, airing today on November 17th. Next week on the 24th, you're going to get a Thanksgiving sort of themed episode. You know, it's going to be all about Thanksgiving. That's episode 25. And we're going to have our episode of Book Club on Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. The week after is going to be episode 26, which is going to be another sort of normal episode. Like this one. We don't know what our topic's going to be for that because we're just going to do it as it comes. Episode 27 on December 8th is going to be an episode about podcasting. So it's going to be kind of a like peek behind the curtain, kind of like a what the podcast means to us and how we go about doing the podcast and sort of getting into the nitty-gritty of podcasting, what it's like and what it means to us. That's going to be kind of an evergreen episode. The following week, on December 15th, is another quote-unquote normal episode, episode 28. On the 22nd, that's going to be episode 29. That's going to be our Christmas-based episode. And then on the 29th, episode 30, is going to be our Game of the Year episode and our most anticipated games of 2018. So that's what's happening from now until the end of the year with Nerd Bourbon. And like I said, I'll kind of give reminders and housekeeping updates as these things come. But I just wanted to sort of give you guys the rundown. That's where we're at right now. Anything you want to add to that, Todd?
I think that's about it.
With that, good sir, what have you been up to this week?
So I'm going to go ahead and start it off with my mini Destiny update.
Do.
So,
Do.
here's the deal. So they have the, now it's over, the faction rally.
Yeah, we had another faction rally.
Yeah. That's my main issue. I'm just going to talk about my gripes with the way the loot is handled in the faction rally. Because you can only ever get 30 engrams. And then anything after the 30 engrams, you just get shaders. 30 engrams did not get the item that I needed. The item that I wanted.
Neither did. It didn't for me either. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now, I think I was talking to you about this. Is like, I just wish there was a way we can just for sure get like whatever item that we wanted. Like there was just like, I don't even care if it was like an asinine amount of like faction tokens or something. Like, I wouldn't care.
The frustrating thing about that is the reason that that is not a thing is almost certainly because it would like just be too hard for them to change the infrastructure of how vendors work in the game, because
Yeah.
every vendor in the game works exactly the same. It's all like you turn in your tokens or your engrams or whatever, and you sort of level up that vendor, and the vendor then gives you a random drop.
See, what they need to do then is honestly just work on not getting us duplicates.
Right. And they have said, the live team, to be fair, has said that that is something that they're working on in the future. I don't think they had time to do it with this faction rally, but
Yeah.
in the future they said like Iron Banner and faction rally drops are going to, veer less towards the duplicates. So that is something that's being worked on. But yeah, it is frustrating to like sit there and grind out all of these engrams and not get the one thing you wanted. Because like coming into this, like I went new monarchy this time around, and coming into it, the only thing that I wanted the helmet and I wanted the cape. And I ended up getting the helmet, but like you said, after 30 engrams, no cape, just shaders.
Yep.
And it's like, fuck, like I just spent all this time grinding to not even get the one thing I fucking wanted.
Yeah, it's basically like you end up like you're sitting there like, oh, I did this for no reason. I went future war cult because I was interested in some of the weapons, but I mainly wanted the true prophecy hand cannon. I mean, I didn't like lose out completely because I ended up getting like an auto rifle, which is like not left my equipped energy weapon slot. I got the number, which is, from what I can tell, basically Uriel's gift, basically. But shit, it's good shit. It's got that ricochet rounds. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I think it would be nice if you could just, like you said, even if it were an asinine amount of faction tokens, like even if they wanted to charge, 100 or 200 faction tokens for a guaranteed piece of gear, like I would pay it.
See, here's the deal. You think I used to do it? With the tokens back in Destiny 1? Like,
Right.
I'm gonna be real. I was proud of what I did in Destiny 1. On my original character, on my hunter, I actually sat there. And this is back before they upped the Crucible token bullshit. Like you barely got anything for a win or a loss, and I
Right.
had a full set of Future War Cult gear.
And so I think herein lies the problem. Like I said, I think the reason they don't do it is because I think from a programming perspective it would be very hard. But here's the deal. I think it would be worth it. I think it would be worth doing it even though I'm sure it's going to be hard. Like
Yeah,
I think fundamentally changing the way that these faction vendors work would really be an instrumental step in making me do the faction rallies, once a
that's some
month or
real
whatever.
yeah.
Because it's the same thing that needs to happen to Iron Banner. We talked about this in the Destiny update when Iron Banner was around. It's the same shit. Like, Iron Banner was the same problem. And
See,
that's why I didn't fuck with it.
My main issue with Iron Banner is more or less like I don't think the additional rewards section of the loot pool should even exist in Iron Banner.
Right. Like what? Like, who the fuck is playing Iron Banner or doing faction rallies to get gear that is not part of that faction or part of Iron Banner? Who's doing that? Nobody. Like, why does that exist?
That shit annoyed the hell out of me. Like, it's just like, just give me at least, because they basically give you a confirmed Iron Banner piece, then a piece of shit additional reward piece. Just give me 2 Iron Banner pieces. I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's stupid, and it does need to change. Like if they want those events to still be exciting and to still be sustainable, because like I'm gonna be real, if it doesn't change, the next time a faction rally comes around, I'm probably just not even gonna fuck with it.
yeah, that's some
like-
real shit right there.
Like in all honesty, I'm probably just not even gonna bother. But that being said, the keys were just sort of handed very recently to the live team. And I'm very, very much looking forward to what the live team does with this game moving forward. I think some good shit is on the horizon.
Another thing that I've been up to is I'm still on the slow burn of working on my platinum for Assassin's Creed Origins.
You just got that one annoying trophy left, right?
Yes, the one trophy that you could technically get while playing the game if you know about it. But if you... It's the reduce, reuse, and recycle. It's selling 100 trinkets at once. Now, I didn't know about this while playing my 60, close to 70 hours on my main character. So I was just constantly just selling shit at like the blacksmiths or the weavers or whatever they're called.
Let me just ask you this. Is the amount of money that you get from the trinkets worth it? Is the economy in the game stringent enough to do it?
No, it's not. The main reason I even sold shit is to clear my inventory.
Do you have assigned inventory space? Like, can you run out of inventory space?
No, I never did. It's just the issue is just like I didn't like my shit so cluttered.
Just the OCD nature of it. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, again, if I knew about the trophy, I would already have had my platinum.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead by your example.
Yeah. So now what I'm doing is I actually started a new character and I'm just kind of like running through the game a little quicker than I obviously did before. I'm just kind of like running through locations. I'm not too far in, but I already got like basically 30 trinkets right now. So we're almost there. I'm kind of just like whenever I'm like not doing anything, I jump on and like do a couple locations basically. It's gonna be a slow burn, but I'll get my platinum one day.
You'll get it. Yeah. At least you're working towards it. Anything else?
What else have I been up to? Playing a little more World War II. I mean, I haven't had any server issues, but I understand there is a couple issues still going on.
Yeah, like you said, people have still been kind of reporting on some issues, but you're kind of in the clear on that shit.
Yeah, I've been in the clear. I've been able to like shit. I was playing a little bit with my friend Ronald recently. We were just I was doing the Lord's work. I'm gonna be completely honest.
We've been playing a bunch of Overwatch. Surprisingly.
Oh, yes.
That's something I wanted to talk about. We actually, just before recording this, we did two things. We recorded an episode of Shots, which is about Thor Ragnarok, and it is hopefully up by the time you're listening to this. And then we played some Overwatch. We have been kind of rediscovering, by way of the new Team Deathmatch game type.
It's not even that new. That's the funny thing.
It's not that new, but like it's nice because we can go into it. And I think the reason why you and I got so burnt out on it playing in standard quick play is because like the game is so team based and it is so like you play tank and I play support mainly. Mm-hmm. And you need those two roles. Those two roles are essential. So like you and I are both essential cogs in the machine and we never had any chance. Mm-hmm. It was very rare that we had a chance to actually branch out from that.
Funny thing is I'm not really branching out while playing this.
Yeah, but at least you still sort of like found your niche and you still enjoy him in a different way.
Yeah, because honestly, like, shit. If you've been listening to this podcast, I was in a very dark place when they hurt my sweet boy, Roadhog.
Yeah.
But I think he's in a better place now, and I honestly like he's still worthwhile to play. I mean, of course, probably people are going to call him like he's just an ult charge, but whatever, fuck you. I enjoy him.
I really, it's given me the opportunity to play some new characters. Like, I've gotten really, really into Pharah in a way that I never would play Pharah. And the revelation for me, I've always liked Pharah's character. Like, I've always liked her design and everything, and I liked the idea. She's essentially, let's face it, she's essentially the soldier from TF2, but with like a jetpack.
Yeah.
But they've made design changes to her. Like now she basically never has to touch the ground if you play her right. And I really like that. And I like I discovered, I never knew this for as long as I've been playing Overwatch. I never knew that you could jump with the left trigger. I used the rocket with the left trigger. So I was going to change the controls.
You didn't know that?
No, had no idea.
That's funny.
So I'm sitting here playing Pharah, having to make like a claw with my hand basically because I'm thinking that you have to press X, just sitting here making this fucking disgusting Overwatch claw and like sitting here playing Pharah like an idiot. And then I realized you can do left trigger and basically I just have like my two fingers occupying both bumpers and both triggers. And it feels so much more natural and so much more fluid and I love it. And I've just been having a blast playing Pharah, like booping people left and right. And it's been a blast, man. Like we've been having some issues getting into TDM games, just because it's just Todd and I. Like you get into TDM games really fast, I'm sure, when you're a full group going against other full groups.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get into games quickly if you're solo queuing in that or a full group.
Solo queuing in 8FFA, like, I was getting into games like nothing. Like, I was getting into games in a matter of seconds, which was nice. But, I don't know. It's just really fun. It's just really fun to just kind of turn your brain off and just casually play some Overwatch and not get frustrated, because in the past, just doing standard quick play, we would play maybe 3 or 4 games and be like, all right, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
You know?
we honestly, I lost count how many games we actually did play just a little bit ago.
Yeah, just a little bit ago, like, we probably sat there and played a good, like, 8 or 9 games. Like, sat there and played for a solid hour or so, just chilling and talking and just having a good time. Like, and it's nice to play Overwatch like that again. Like, it's nice to, like, it's sort of, I feel the same way now playing Team Deathmatch versus Standard Quick Play that I felt when Overwatch first came out and we were playing the fuck out of it, you know? It's just nice. And I'm not saying that I'm never going to play quick play or anything, because I am. I still like the objective-based gameplay, but TDM has given me such a great opportunity to branch out.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about it. And we're having a good time with it. Shit. Is there anything else you wanted to say about what you've been doing?
I think that's all I really have been doing.
The only other thing that I wanted to shout out is I wanted to, now that I've had a couple of weeks to spend with Super Mario Odyssey, and I love the game. It's a phenomenal game. It's a fucking fantastic must-own Switch title. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like right under Breath of the Wild, right? Like, spoilers, at the end of the year when we're giving our top 10 for like our Game of the Year awards or whatever, like, it's gonna be for me like Breath of the Wild and then Mario Odyssey. That's just the way it is, you know. That's just the fucking way it is. Mario Odyssey is a fantastic game, but now that I'm sort of in the end game of it, and the rose tinted glasses are off, I have like less than 100 moons left. I think I have like 760 some odd moons out of like 800 something moons. So I'm getting to the ass end of it, to where I'm like almost done. I probably have about, like, I would say probably 5 to 10 more hours of actual grinding. But that's the thing, is now I can sort of critique the game a little bit, because the game is not perfect. As much as I love it, and I think it's a wonderful, wonderful game, now I think it'd be a little interesting to sort of talk about what I don't like about it.
I'm super excited to hear about this, because all I've been hearing about is how amazing Super Mario Odyssey is from you. I can't wait to hear your critiques.
You're gonna continue to hear that.
I know, but I'm excited to hear the critiques on it now, though.
But I'm not like too much of a I'm not too much of a Nintendo-year-old to like sit here and act like it's like some perfect, it's not perfect. It's not literally perfect. It has issues, like just like Breath of the Wild. Like, I have no problem saying, like, when I'm playing Breath of the Wild, I sat there and put like, fucking 120 hours or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, why does it rain so much? Why is there no way for me to avoid fucking slipping every time it rains? And I literally just can't climb when it rains. Like, what the fuck? Just...
There should, honestly, on some real shit, there should be like a set for that, like an armor set.
Right. Because that's essentially... I have the Thunder Helm, so whenever a thunderstorm comes up, the big issue is always, god damn it, I gotta take off my stupid metal shield and swords and stuff, otherwise I'm gonna get electrocuted. Well, no. That's a piece of... They solved that, because there's a piece of gear, the Thunder Helm, you can just throw on, and if you get shocked, then fuck it. Nothing happens. They could have done the same thing with letting me climb even though it's raining. Like, that was an issue. That's a chink in the armor. The game is not literally perfect.
Yeah.
The thing with Mario Odyssey is a little more granular. Mario Odyssey is just... There are certain things about it that I just fundamentally dislike. Not on huge level. None of these are game breakers. It's still one of the year's best. You need to go play it. But now that I'm in the final sort of grind of Mario Odyssey, just collecting all these moons, I'm starting to realize the repetition is starting to set in. Because when you're first playing through the game, like when you play through this game or whatever, or somebody plays through this game and they just critical path it, you're going to have an amazing time. You're going to have a 10 out of 10 experience. You'll probably never see a repeated moon. Like, everything will feel fresh and unique. If you sit there and 100% it, you're going to see a lot of repeated moons. You're going to lose count of the amount of times you have to race a Koopa on a fucking kingdom, or hit a flying bird or UFO, or fucking the amount of times you're gonna have to like look at a random taxi in the sky and get a moon, or the amount of times you have to trace walk or do the Goomba pictures or whatever. Like, the repetition starts to set in when the game. I would say that a good like 80% of the moons are these really fresh, like inventive, wonderful little puzzles that are just, so exploration based and perfect, and I love it. And then you have this other like 20% of the game where it's like, God damn it, like I'm so sick of sitting here waiting for a bird to fly by and hitting it. I'm so sick of like racing these Koopas, and the repetition is set in a big bad way. It's set in a big bad way, and it's kind of gotten to the point where like I'm still having a really good time, but now that I'm at the end of it, I'm sort of just like waiting for it to be over.
So it started to feel like a chore now.
A little bit,
To a
because
certain extent,
yeah, because you're just sort of like I almost feel like they could have just cut the amount of moons in this game like just literally in half, like, and just get rid of all that that repetitive shit. Get rid of it all, and like I don't know, like I feel like there's something to be said about that. It's almost like they just wanted the game to be like huge, and that's fine, and the game is huge, but I think literally half the moons could have been cut from the game, and the game would be even better. Like I think that would have been totally fine. And there's some things like the post game is wonderful. I love some of the post game moons that unlock only when you beat the game and stuff like that. But then again, there's some that are just fucking repetitious as hell. And I was thinking about this as I'm playing it, and I'm like, really, when you think about it, the game's core story, like when you play Super Mario Odyssey, or when somebody that Critical Path Super Mario Odyssey plays it, you're probably going to beat it in like under 10 hours. And it's going to be a great, 8 to 10 hours. You're going to have a good time and everything. It's going to be wonderful, 10 out of 10 experience. But like, that's really, from then on, it's just the grind for more moons, And I'm not sure how much I like that, as opposed to something like Mario Galaxy, which felt way more concise, and it felt way more like it felt like you were earning these things as a result of where you were going. Like your direction was way more focused, and nothing felt repetitious, and nothing felt contrived, and nothing felt like a chore. And there are still wonderful things in Super Mario Odyssey that happen while you're doing your chores, but I just wish that they had cut all of that shit out and just not have it in there at all. Like, it would be nice if it's just like, oh, in this kingdom there's a Koopa race, and that's like one of like maybe 5 Koopa races. There's like 22 Koopa races in the game.
Fuck.
Or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're trying to 100% the game, like, you're going to put in some work, and I don't like that, Like, it keeps it from being like a perfect experience for me. But ultimately, it's still a wonderful game. That's the only chink in the armor that I've found after like 50 hours I think I've spent with Mario Odyssey now. It'll probably be somewhere in the 60 to 70 ballpark by the time I'm done. But yeah, that's really all I had to say about it. I just wanted to kind of critique it a little bit, kind of get a little mini topic in there before we get into our solo topic.
No, you definitely. I kind of got the gist of it, like before we were recording the podcast, that it was just basically it's all about like if you actually want to do a full on completionist playthrough, it's gonna become a little garbage. So.
Yeah, because you want to know. I'll just tell you this. When I was talking to you about this originally, I was playing Mario Odyssey, and I was talking to you about, like, you know what, I think when we record later, I think I want to talk about just kind of critiquing Mario Odyssey a little bit, talking about the one big flaw that I really don't like about this game. And when I was talking to you about that, literally what I was doing was I was waiting on a bird to fly a certain way so that I could jump on a taxi and be just close enough to hit it with my hat. And I had to do that like 7 times before I finally got it. And that was what I was doing in Mario Odyssey in that given moment. And I just feel like every moment of a Mario game should be about fun and not about waiting on a bird to fly over a taxi. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
Anyway, that's the only way that it isn't a perfect, flawless experience. And that's why ultimately it still beats out almost every other game this year. Anyway, let's move on. You want to introduce our solo topic this week?
The most garbage throwaway topic that I could ever come up with. It's the fast food special.
The fast food special sounds like a fucking thing you would order at a fast food restaurant. Like a restaurant
Honestly,
that just sells everything.
Yeah, just that's the type of shit I would order. Give me one of everything.
I made this joke before where like you're like Big Smoke at the beginning of San Andreas. I'll have 5 number 7s, 17 large fries, a number 3 with extra sauce,
And a Diet Coke.
Yeah, just going on and on and on. But where did you want to take this fast food topic? Do we want to just
We can branch off. We can talk about basically what's our favorite fast food, like what sort of shit we like to get. No, we can just wing it. This entire episode is winging it.
This is just the fucking wing it episode. # no show notes. Yeah. I think the logical place to start would be to talk about some of our favorite fast food places. Do you have a definitive favorite fast food place?
I do, actually.
What is it?
All right, I don't actually get it that often. Like you would probably think it's Burger King for me,
I would, yeah.
but it's not. Burger King
Okay.
just happens to be the one that's closest to me. Taco Bell is actually my favorite.
Oh, wow,
No.
okay.
So Taco Bell is my favorite. The issue is I don't have really a Taco Bell near me, so I never really go there. Burger King though is like 2-3 minutes away, so it just happens to be. I mean, if I can like categorize it a little bit, like between like burger joints, you know what I mean? Like I can honestly say Burger King might be my favorite, but Wendy's is also in that.
There's so many weird subcategories to this because my first question, when I'm sort of marinating on this topic, when I'm in my Zen-like state and I'm like Buddha with my fat belly, and I am meditating on this food-based topic.
See,
And
stop it, Seth. We get too deep with the food. We can't. We gotta,
I am one with the food, Todd.
shit, I'm the king team fat. You know
I
this.
am, but I am food Buddha. I'm Fuddha.
Oh,
as it is. I am the golden god Fuddha.
Sitting there trying to. Well, there's the title of this episode. Fuck.
Fast Fuddha. There you go.
Fast food. I enjoy it.
So I'm sitting here meditating on this topic, and I'm asking myself questions like, so are we going to break this down between regional fast food joints? Are we going to...
That's good. I mean, you could obviously shout them out, but like I've never had them. But
Well, here's the deal. Like, so there are, for example, Whataburger, which is a kind of Texas primarily based burger joint, which is fantastic. One of my favorite burger places in terms of fast food. Now, here's another thing, though. Regional, again, is Portillo's fast food. I say it is.
if it has a drive-through, it's got to be a level of fast food.
That's the thing. Portillo's has a fucking drive-through.
Yeah, I feel like that's the bottom line. If you have a drive-through, you're kind of fast food. So I'll give it to Portillo's.
So if Portillo's is a fast food place, by that definition, Portillo's is my favorite fast food place. Because I think Portillo's is so above and beyond what other fast food places do. Is it a little pricey? Yes. Can you, when you're in the regional place mostly, they have them in like, I think there's like maybe 2 of them in like Florida. There's like 1 in California, but mostly they're all in the Chicagoland area. And can you get a better hot dog when you're in Chicago? Yes. But for a fast food place, that is the best fast food hot dog you're going to find. That is the best, they have fantastic burgers. You can get fucking ribs. You can get cake. Like, Portillo's is goddamn wonderful.
Salad.
You can get that primo chopped salad.
Dude, the last time we were there, that's all I got. It was good.
Portillo's is fucking wonderful in terms of a fast food restaurant. Now, if we're talking about non-regional places, fast food that you can get anywhere, I love Chick-fil-A. I fucking love Chick-fil-A.
Now, here's the deal with Chick-fil-A. I've only had it about like twice because it's another one of those that I don't really have around me. So
Poor bastard. Chick-fil-A is so good.
Because I'm gonna be dead ass. That's without a doubt some of the best chicken sandwiches I've ever had.
So good. Like, I had Chick-fil-A actually yesterday, like literally yesterday, and I don't have one near me either. It's like 45 minutes away, but we were out there to watch Thor and everything like that. Go listen to that episode of Shots. We were out there to watch Thor and stuff like that, and we stopped at Chick-fil-A, and I fucking love it. What I always get from Chick-fil-A, I get one original chicken sandwich, which comes with, as you know, pickles, and it's just the buns, pickles, and the chicken.
Yeah.
I ask them to add some American cheese. Now, I then get a spicy the same way.
That's I think last time I went there, I got a spicy. It was
Oh
good
my
shit.
god, that spicy is so fucking good, dude. It's so fucking good. It's like too good. Like when you bite into a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, it's like my mouth just orgasms. Like it can't even control itself. Like it almost squirts. It's like ugh, when I bite into a chicken sandwich. It's so good. You almost forget how good it is. And you kind of have to forget how good it is, because if you don't forget how good it is, you're going to be there every day of the fucking week. I love their waffle fries. Oh, Chick-fil-A is fucking wonderful.
See, I'm gonna hop in here real quick. I just realized how fucking deep we can go.
Oh, we can go deep.
Dude, we can categorize by like fries, by all this shit. By the way, Checkers slash Rallies, best fries in the game.
I'm ready to commit. Like, let's do it. Let's get into this shit. So,
let's do
best
it.
fries. Best fries. You're gonna say Checkers slash Rallies.
Oh, dude, without a doubt.
I think mine too. I think I would go with that too. I fucking love their fries. It's so bad for you, first of all.
They're fucking terrible for you, but oh my god, I can't stop eating them.
I don't know what they fry their fries in. I think they must fry them in like some sort of animal fat. Because like I'm not kidding when I say that. I think they do, because like when you pick them up, they're almost unnaturally hot. Like they're fucking searing the flesh and bone off of your finger when you're going to eat them.
Dude.
And when you bite into them, the juice that comes out of them when you go to bite them is actually burning your esophagus and killing you slowly on the inside. And
yeah, I've already been dying slowly on the inside. They can just help it out a little faster. It's fine.
But they're so delicious. Like the spices that they use. It has such I love black pepper. It has such a prominent black pepper flavor. And,
yeah.
they're fucking wonderful. They're so good.
Dude, even the you can buy them frozen.
Yeah, you can. The frozen ones are good too.
Yeah, obviously they're not as good, but they're
pretty damn
primo.
Good for something that you can just pop in the oven. They're pretty damn good.
See, I don't pop them in the oven, boy. I pop them in my air fryer.
Oh yeah, that's probably even better. I need to get an air fryer. I'll say this: there's something disgusting that I'll do sometimes. So that's our go-to. Whenever I make burgers for my fiance and I will get a bag of Checkers fries, and I'll usually make like 75% of them, because I'm gonna be real. The bags they sell them in, not that big. They don't have that much in them. So I'll use about 75% of them, and then the next day I'll take the remaining 25% and I'll fucking make some cheese fries, some gross-ass cheese fries.
I respect it.
So delicious. And one time, I was so grossed out by myself that I had to send you a picture of it.
I know. I remember.
I did that. I had leftover Checkers fries, frozen Checkers fries, and so I put them in the oven. And I also had leftover chili that I had made for my fiance and I. Make a good pot of chili, and I had some leftover chili, and I took it and I made just a giant platter of chili cheese fries. And man, it was goddamn delicious. And I am surely a year closer to my death because of it, but I'm happier because of it too, and fatter because of it. Now, let's go one step further with this. Best fast food chicken nuggets.
All right. Depends on what you're in the mood for. I enjoy Burger King nuggets more than most people, but I will give the nugget game to McDonald's.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna step right in right here, right now. R.I.P. Spicy nuggets at Wendy's.
Oh, dude, see, I'm gonna be real. Burger King was smart because they jumped in that game.
I'm gonna pour one out for the spicy nuggets at Wendy's, dude. Because if those were still around, those would be the undisputed
Oh,
king of the chicken
oh, dude.
nuggets.
Here's the deal. Fuck Wendy's basic nuggets. If I was
Yeah.
getting nuggets at Wendy's, I was getting their spicy nuggets. The regular nuggets are ass.
The
all right?
spicy nuggets for me were a fucking staple, dude, to my Wendy's
Oh, yeah.
order. A staple to
come
my
on.
Wendy's order.
Dude, nuggets in general are a staple in my fast food orders.
Here's the deal, though. Like, when I first went to Wendy's and I tried to order my spicy nuggets, and they told me I couldn't have my spicy nuggets.
Did you cry a little bit?
Oh my god, I actually thought they were kidding, or I was like, I remember I was like just over the drive-through intercom. I was like, what? And just like, yeah, no, we don't do those anymore. I was like, are you joking? Like, you just don't have any right now? I was like, no, like Wendy's like discontinued them. And I'm like, you fucking shitting me? You know, like, no way. This is crazy. This is crazy.
You know what? I think you felt like how I felt back when Burger King got rid of the Angry Whopper.
Yeah, my fiance was hurt by that one too.
That actually depressed the hell out of me, actually. This is a sad statement.
I feel like I hear like the fucking Red Wedding song, the fucking Reigns of Castamere or whatever play when I when I fall in love with like a limited time thing and it suddenly goes away.
That's the worst thing, man. This is like, because you know I'm kind of happy. It seems like my like some of my go-to burgers from like Burger King or have like stayed around. I think they might stay around now.
This is another thing we can talk about. You and I are big devotees of Burger King's Bacon King burger.
Bro, Bacon King and all their variations. The only variation I was kind of about was the Rodeo King.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. The Farmhouse King is basically Rodeo King plus egg, so...
That's different, though, because it's a little different. The way they handle the Rodeo King had onion rings. These have crispy onions on it, the Farmhouse.
So it is, I guess, a little different.
It's slightly different. It's the way it's the vessel's changed a little bit. Now... How you get these onions in your fat, sloppy system. Now, that's my deal. I thought the onion rings was a little too much for the Rodeo King. I have not tried the Farmhouse King.
Neither have I. I feel like
it's happening.
I feel like the egg is going to be too much. I
There's
like
a
a good egg on my burger. Don't get me wrong. Big thing in Japan. They love eggs on their burger. But I just think it's going to be too much. I think it's going to compromise. Like, I just like a good barbecue Bacon King. Just very, very simple. All that motherfucker.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The barbecue Bacon King is probably my favorite fast food burger currently.
It's up there for me. It's definitely up there for me.
I'll say it currently, like without a doubt, my favorite one of all time doesn't exist no more. Angry Whopper, looking out to you. Rest in peace.
Looking out to the stars.
So,
Praise
did
fast
I
Fuddha.
tell you? Did I tell you some of the one of the funniest moments of all time about this? You remember when they brought it back with like the red bun, the angriest
yeah.
Whopper? But I'm gonna be fucking real with you. I was in the theater, and that was a thing that played in the theater. I was seeing a movie with my family, and bro, I'm watching this like basically a commercial for it. I'm gonna be real with you. I almost cried because I was, oh my god. Because I know how Anastasia feels about it.
Yeah.
So I instantly texted you. I'm like, it's back. It's back. Let her know.
It's back. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, no, I can definitely respect that. I love, I go back and forth, man. I'll tell you what, though. Ever since I've gotten the Bacon King, I've been getting the Baconator less from Wendy's.
Dude, yes, can I say this? I actually prefer, so it's, the Bacon King, if you haven't had it, is basically Burger King's version of the Baconator. And let me be real with you, I prefer it. I prefer the Whopper vessel of a burger. I prefer the Whopper burger in general.
Here's the weird thing about it for me, and I think this is I think it's the composition of the Baconator versus the composition of the Bacon King. Because the Bacon King, all it is a Whopper with two patties. It's literally just meat, cheese, mayonnaise, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mayonnaise is on it.
Yeah, it should be mayonnaise, yeah.
Yeah. And just bacon, and then if you get the barbecue, just barbecue sauce. If you get the barbecue Bacon King. That's all it is. The Baconator is essentially the same thing, but the exception with the Baconator, and I think the reason I think I prefer the Bacon King to the Baconator is I don't like the way that Wendy's kind of layers their bacon.
Doesn't it do? It does. I think they go burger, bacon, cheese, burger, cheese, bacon, burger, cheese, bacon.
Right, like you have to dislodge your fucking jaw to get your mouth around the son of a bitch. And
you don't have that. You don't have many issues with that.
No, I suck so much dick. I just suck so much huge dick. It's not a problem for me. But but no.
You gave me what I wanted. Thank you.
You're welcome. But no, you gotta like it's so fucking like the burger is like this huge stack of meat and everything, and I will say probably my favorite. I might go as far as to say that my favorite fast food burger. I'm the asshole. You know, I'm very sorry if any fast food employees are listening to this, and you're gonna just cringe when I say this, but I'm the asshole that goes and orders my burger plain because I know you have to make it fresh for me when I do that. And I've gotten to the point where I just love a good plain burger. Just meat, bread, cheese. I love it. And I will frequently go to Wendy's and get a Dave's Double plain, and it's goddamn wonderful. Because fresh Wendy's is so good. I love Wendy's bun, that kind of grilled bun that they give you.
Yeah.
I love the square patty. I know it's stupid, but I love it. I love how like salty and gross and bad for you their meat is.
Bro, stop it.
I'm a Frosty Fries man. I don't know if you are or not.
You know damn straight I'm a Frosty fry guy.
I don't trust anybody who isn't a Frosty Fry person. They should all be rounded up and fucking killed. I'll be honest with you. No, I love Frosty Fries. Like I really do love Wendy's quite a bit. We gotta talk about the big boy. I think the undisputed sort of king of the fast food world, even though it's not the king of either of our fast food worlds, is McDonald's. There's no question about it. When you think fast food, you think McDonald's, like it or not.
Yeah.
It is the sort of undisputed king. When you go to McDonald's, I mean, first of all, how do you feel about McDonald's overall?
Here's my deal. If I have to choose between Burger King and McDonald's, I'm going to go Burger King all day. Now, McDonald's it's honestly pretty low on my fast food ranking on some real shit.
It's
overall.
low for me too, but I cannot deny the nostalgia that McDonald's carries for me. Because when I was a kid, I fucking loved McDonald's. When I was a kid, McDonald's was the goddamn mecca for me. Like, I have this wonderful Italian mother who cooks this amazing food, fantastic food, best cook in the world as far as I'm concerned. When I was a kid, would have taken McDonald's over her food any day of the week because I just fucking loved it. Like I loved McDonald's growing up. I loved the fries. My mom always tells this story. When I was a kid, I used to do this weird shit where I would bite off the fries and suck the potato out of the fries, like. Out of the sort of fried casing, I would like just suck the actual potato from outside of it and just eat it.
So you started early, huh?
It started all that sucking early. But and then I would love to just dip the husks in ketchup and then eat the empty like fried shell in ketchup.
It's weird, but I don't hate it.
Just weird. Like I don't think I could even do that now, but apparently I did it when I was a kid.
Here's my deal. I'm trying to think how you did it.
I don't know. Apparently I would just bite it off, like bite an end off, like it were as if it were a Go-Gurt tube, and just sort of slurp the little potato inside out. I don't know.
So, speaking of McDonald's, I got to do this. How do you feel about the Big Mac?
I like the Big Mac. The only issue with me and the Big Mac is I have two problems with the Big Mac. First of all,
too much bread.
I was just about to say, my first issue with it is that fucking piece of bread in the middle. Get rid of it. Kill it. I don't like it. Yeah, too much bread. Second, what?
It's funny. I had this conversation with my father recently about this. I'm like, dude, it's got too much bread. And he's like, dude, you're crazy. You're dumb. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's got too much bread. It's bullshit.
Yeah, but I do really like the I really like the Thousand Island the Mac sauce. The Thousand Island dressing brings a good flavor, and I like the amount of onions and stuff they put on it and stuff. And I think the Big Mac is a really good, solid sandwich. Never fills me up when I eat a Big Mac. It's not that big. Like, when I think of a Big Mac, like, it better be like Whopper size. You know what I mean?
See, that's the deal. The Whopper, I think, out of like the mascot burgers,
Yeah,
is the best.
Oh, and it's the best bang for your buck. Here's what I like about the Whopper. You go to Burger King and you get a Whopper. It's fucking, even if you get a single, like I usually get a double Whopper, but if you get a single Whopper, like you'll be filled up on a fucking Whopper. Even a Whopper Jr. is probably bigger than a Big Mac.
That's
like,
some real shit.
And you get a Whopper, and if you want to, like Burger King just doesn't give a flying fuck. Burger King will put every condiment in the pantry, every vegetable in the garden. They'll put all of that shit on your Whopper for you, and it's just this sloppy fucking mess falling apart in your hands on a sesame seed bun.
Best shit ever.
But no, I do like the Big Mac. Now I do want to shout out one thing. Lately, McDonald's has had the buttermilk chicken tenders, right? Really good.
They're very good. I've had them.
I really like them a lot. Now, they have that signature sauce that I'm not super duper crazy about, and what I actually prefer is Wendy's sort of version of this. You know, all these fast food places are fucking constantly ripping each other off. Wendy's is totally ripping McDonald's off, but they have a superior sauce, an inferior tender, but a superior sauce, the Sauceum sauce or whatever. Really, really good.
I actually haven't. I haven't tried. I haven't been at Wendy's in a while, so I haven't actually tried their the Sauceum sauce, whatever the hell.
Highly recommend it. When you go, next time you go, if they still have it, I doubt they will. I'm sure they're gonna get rid of it. If they have it, get you a bunch of that Sauceum sauce because it's real good. And reminds me of a campfire sauce from Red Robin. Have you ever been to Red Robin?
I have, but it's been a long time.
I love Red Robin, dude. Red Robin's really good. Not a fast food place, a sit-down restaurant, but still. Shout out to Red Robin. Yum.
You're tainting my topic now at this point.
Fast Fuddha is not pleased. Shit. So your favorite fast food place ever is Taco Bell. Let's double back on that for a second. What about Taco Bell like makes it stand out to you from all these other places?
Probably be real with you. I like fake, shitty Mexican food. Something wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I love Taco Bell. My fiance.
You give me a fucking Crunchwrap, I'm all down that shit. You give me 20 tacos from that place, I will down that shit.
To make things absolutely clear, my fiance owns and she is the store manager of a Taco Bell, and so the reason I don't eat a whole lot of Taco Bell is because I can get it whenever I want for free. But I fucking love Taco Bell. Taco Bell's great. It's great food. It's actually really, a lot of people don't realize it's really high quality food. Taco Bell's food is fresh and made to order, like no bullshit. And it's just really good. Like it's just fucking good, and it's super cheap. It's like so fucking cheap.
Let me tell you this right now. I must say this, and I mean it. I've said it ever since the AM Crunchwrap came out. Best breakfast in the game.
The thing that I like about Taco Bell's breakfast is they are not overreaching with it. They're experimenting with it, but they're not overreaching with it. Now, I still really like McDonald's breakfast.
I'm a Taco Bell boy now. Like with the breakfast at least, I get 2 steak AM Crunchwraps. I'm good.
Here's the thing. I like the AM Crunchwrap is probably my favorite breakfast menu item. In terms of fast food breakfast, the AM Crunchwrap is probably my favorite breakfast fast food menu item, period.
It's perfect. It's everything
It's
you
great. I love it. And I love their hash browns too. And people talk shit about their hash browns. I love their hash browns. Big, thick, fluffy hash brown. There's something about McDonald's, man. That fucking steak, egg, and cheese bagel at McDonald's.
Oh shit! All right, you coming at me with that?
That steak, egg, and cheese bagel. That fucking. I'll get that, and I really love McDonald's hash brown. I actually really like their little dollar burritos with like the sausage and the egg and the cheese and the peppers.
Those aren't bad. Actually, one thing I've done is I've actually gotten the steak, egg, and cheese on a muffin, on a McMuffin.
Yeah, and I love a McMuffin, dude. Like,
yeah.
I love an egg McMuffin or a sausage McMuffin, like any day of the week. Really good shit. I got to give it to McDonald's overall for me, best breakfast. Now,
I'll say this. I'll say one thing. McDonald's is consistently good.
I think overall, I think that's what McDonald's succeeds so much on. Is it's horrible for you, but you know what? I'll be goddamned if it isn't
horrible
consistent.
for you.
It's consistent. Like, if you go somewhere and you want comfort food, McDonald's is consistent. I'm going to throw out a dark horse. I'm going to throw out a couple of dark horses at you, and I just want your hot takes on them.
All right.
Fast Fuddha is relaying a message from the gods to you. Are you ready to receive him?
My legs are spread.
I'm summoning him from the astral plane. Arby's.
Bro, I love me some Arby's.
Would you say, Todd, that you're thinking Arby's?
I'm gonna be real. I kind of miss that slogan because now it's like, what is it now? It's, we have the meats.
Yeah, that's it. Now we have the meats, which I don't mind.
I don't mind, but I honestly, I used to make that joke. It's like, I am thinking Arby's.
You know what? I'm fucking thinking Arby's. It's the same thing whenever we have Whataburger. There's somebody, the obligatory Whataburger. Yeah, no, I really like Arby's. I hardly am ever thinking Arby's.
But like when you are thinking Arby's, it does hit the spot. It's got some shit.
Here's what I appreciate about Arby's and the meats that they got. They get fucking weird sometimes with their shit. Like Arby's,
dude, didn't you have some like what was this last thing you were into?
The pork belly sandwich.
Yeah.
What a wonderful sandwich that was. That pork belly sandwich was out of bounds, dude. Like, it was so good. And they recently tested in a few markets a fucking deer steak sandwich, a venison sandwich.
Yeah. What was the deal? Like, were people liking it?
Yeah. No. Apparently, it was great. I love deer meat. I hate deer, first of all. So eating deer meat reminds me that there's one less deer in the world. But deer meat's just really tasty. Like, it has like a really nice natural spice to it that I enjoy. I love deer sausage. Is great. No, I appreciate that about Arby's. And you know what? I gotta shout out, Arby's has, bar none, the best social media team of any fast food chain.
Oh my god! So I've said this. I gotta get a shout out to Arby's social media team, and I also love Wendy's. Whoever's in charge of the Wendy's Twitter.
Yeah. Wendy's Twitter is savage. Another dark horse I'm gonna throw out for you, Todd. This is technically, I'm gonna call this fast food. I'm going to classify this as fast food. Hang on, I'm summoning fast food again. Subway.
All right, here's the deal. You can make Subway good. But you gotta put some work into your Subway.
What do you get at
Subway
Subway?
orders.
What do you do with it? What is your Subway order?
Now, I haven't been there in a minute, but I usually stick with the Italian BMT. Okay. Usually,
that's me too.
I'm gonna be real. Most of the time, I get the Italian subs. The Italian subs are my bread and butter.
Yeah.
Now, it's been a minute since I've been there, but I do get some peppers on there.
Okay.
And I gotta toast my bread. You gotta toast the bread. Always.
I used to be like that. I used to be always toast the bread, but lately I haven't been toasting my bread.
I mean, I respect it. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Usually I get two. One for later, one for
You're the leftovers man. I've never been the leftovers man.
But honestly, if I gotta, like, Subway is, I'm gonna be real, I prefer Jimmy John's.
I do too. I prefer Jimmy John's as well.
That sweet gargantuan.
Jimmy John's is more of a niche kind of thing. Quiznos is fucking dead now, isn't it?
Dude, shit. I don't even remember the last time I ever had Quiznos.
I think Quiznos is gone, dude. It's either gone or it's like going
Dying.
the way of Blockbuster. Yeah, it's like either dead or dying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like Subway though. Like when I'm in the mood, it's like Arby's. When I'm in the mood for Subway, nothing hits the spot quite like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Quite like a Subway sandwich. I stick with the Italian BMT. I'm not a huge veggie guy, so I don't really put a ton of shit.
See, for me, I'm kind of the same way. I do put a couple peppers because I like to add that heat up a little bit, but
Right.
for the most part, that's usually about it.
I will sometimes do a few banana peppers. I don't really like the flavor of like a jalapeno, but I love the flavor of banana peppers. I will do some cucumber just for some freshness. Obviously, I don't like tomatoes, so no tomatoes. So I guess really it's just a BM. Which is, a bowel movement. It turns into one later, so I guess it's appropriate. On Italian herbs and cheese bread, because there is no other bread at Subway.
I respect that, yeah.
And then like I said, I used to get it toasted. I don't really get it toasted anymore. But then some olive oil, some vinegar, some salt,
Also, by the
pepper.
way,
Okay.
other title for this episode.
What, BM? Yeah, I don't know, man. You and I both have a long and storied history with fast food. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we should bring up. I guess here's just to sort of bring this all together. Now we've already done our pizza episode, so I don't want to harp too much on pizza, but I would be remiss to not mention some of the fast food pizzas.
I've always been an advocate for Little Caesars.
Me too, man. Pizza.
Like
You
Little
don't get
Caesars.
much. Fast food doesn't get more fast than that.
Mm-hmm.
Hot and ready, boy.
Like, damn straight. Now, I think I'm gonna give. Normally, I've been a Pizza Hut guy with the fast food pizzas, until I had Domino's recently.
Domino's is good shit.
Yeah, dude.
That new sausage.
That new sausage is on point.
The new sausage is good, man. Like I said, if you want to go back and listen to our pizza episode, you can do that. And it's just like this. It's just two fat men being a bunch of dumbasses talking about food. And in that one, we talk about pizza. Shit, I'm trying to think. Are we forgetting anything? Is there anything else we want to mention?
Where do we draw the line on fast food, though? That's the thing. Where do we draw the line? What is and what isn't fast food?
So I think you defined it earlier as a place that has a drive-through.
If that's the way we're describing it. So I mean, Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake is good. Yeah, Steak and Shake is good.
Shake.
Yeah, I like Steak and Shake. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of possibilities, man. You know what? I'll give you another dark horse that I don't often think about. Dairy Queen.
Oh shit, yeah. I don't get the food there. I just get a
Yeah, but drive-through ice cream, bro.
Yeah, drive-through ice cream's love. I usually
shit.
get myself what is it? It's a Blizzard there, right?
Yeah, Blizzard. Yeah.
Yeah.
They tip that cup upside down for you.
Yeah, I'll be rocking just the standard Oreo Blizzard. I love that shit.
Yeah. I love a good Blizzard, man. Now another one that I don't know if do you guys have Sonic up there?
Yes. Honestly, the closest one to us is a little bit of a ways away.
Okay, so
I do like Sonic though.
All right. This will be the last thing I have to say about fast food. Before we close this
fat
out,
bastard.
let me
get ready. Everybody get ready.
Sonic is so I have a Sonic that is basically a stone's throw from my apartment. I could walk there if I wanted to. It's right by me. So what I will often do after a bad day at work, if I've had a particularly shitty day at work, the key to Sonic, the reason why I love Sonic so much, is the fact that I can drive up. It's like a drive-in kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can drive through if you want. You could even go up and sit at their little benches if you want. But I love to be able to drive up and order my food. And I also love a restaurant. I love a fast food place that has their entire menu all day long. So I don't care if it's 9 o'clock at night. I could get a breakfast burrito. I don't care if it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I could get a burger. So if I'm having a really shitty day at work, I have often, it was like a tradition for me for a long time. I've slowed down on it now. It used to get really bad where I was literally going like 3 times a week.
Dear Lord.
To the point where people were like recognizing me. And they probably still do. They probably like recognize my car. But I would literally just go there after a shitty day of work and I would just order like just a large chili cheese fry and just eat it. That's it. That's all I wanted. After,
Hey, I respect it.
like, my heart was like crumpled like after a shitty day at work, and the only thing I could fix it is Sonic's chili cheese fries. And here's the deal: they're goddamn delicious, but they're so bad for me. I wake up the next morning just in misery. Like, they're so fucking profoundly bad. Like, for me, like they fucked with my stomach so much, but I just didn't care. Like, dude, when I wake, like, it is like the most unnatural shit. The most unnatural shits I've ever taken have been as a result of Sonic chili cheese fries.
Oh, dear God.
It is like you are. It's the way I imagine it. The only way I can describe it. Imagine like the chest burster scene in Aliens, but coming out of my ass. It's like that. It's like just fucking just explosive. This is another thing. I warned our listeners early on. If you listen to the introduction thing, I warn you that we're going to be talking about poop. Poop is a cornerstone of Todd and I's relationship, and you know what? That's something that we need to get into at one point too.
What? Oh, we're gonna have the I think I titled it the shit special.
And we need to do a shit episode one of these days.
I mean hey, that's deep into the history of Nerd Bourbon.
Yeah, if you go back, they're definitely like we've done podcasts together before. I have just a library of shit stories, and that it's a cornerstone of our relationship is poop. So look, poop's gonna come up. There are 2 things you can rely on us for. It's food and poop. Those are the 2 things you can rely on us for. Or 3 things, really. You can rely on us being live every Friday. But shit. Is there anything else you want to say about fast food before we wrap this bad boy up?
I think that's about it. I think we covered it.
Let's put a bow on this fast food episode, Todd. This the worst episode of Nerd Bourbon ever. Let's make this order and send it through the drive-thru, Todd. I had to get a good pun there at the end. You guys have been listening to Nerd Bourbon. If you had a good time listening to us talk about poop and fast food and video games, why don't you go ahead and throw us a follow or a sub on whatever service you're listening to us on right now. And shit, if there's a service we are currently on that you want us on, please let me know, because I want to make that happen. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/nerdbourbon, and we are at nerdbourbon on Twitter. Beyond that, the best and only way really for us to grow is if you tell your friends about us. So thank you so much for listening. Get fucking dunked on. We'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya.